Good morning, everybody. Today, we have to become an organization. I just talked with some people, and they will be helping me raise money. To do that, I have to be a chartered organization. I have some new cards. I hope you can see them. Oh, you can't back there. Oh, well, there are cards to put on windshield, say vote 2012, and it just points me out. But we have to become an organization. What do I mean by that? We have to have a name. We have to have a theme. We have to have a charter. We have to have bylaws. Some of it is already in existence. Okay, the charter, I'm going to ask you all, you tell me what a charter for an organization should be. But here's the name of the organization. We the people, for the people, the voice of America. Yes, that's the name of the organization. We the people, for the people, the voice of America. Our bylaws will be, and they are already written completely. The Constitution of the United States. That's right. Our bylaws for we the people, for the people, the voice of America, will be the Constitution of the United States. What does that mean? If someone wants to know, hey, how do you stand about big government? Constitution says minimal federal government. So that means we don't stand for big government. How do you feel about income tax? Well, other than the income tax amendment, the Constitution says you can't. Taxes are to be minimal, not increased. Someone says, well, what do you feel? What's the Constitution say? And that's our stand. We're not going to be conservative. We are not conservative. Because the Constitution was the most radical document ever written of its time. And matter of fact, to this day, as far as governments being set up, it is the most radical document. Being radical means we can't be conservative. But yet we're not extremely liberal. Because the Constitution restricts the growth of the government. So we're neither conservative nor are we liberal. Then what are we? We are Americans. And like the organization says, we the people, for the people, the voice of America. Why that name? So that we will never forget what we stand for. We the people, for the people, the voice of America. We're not going to go like Libertarian or Greenpeace or Green Party or Republican or Democrat. No. And then we're not going to rewrite our bylaws every year. Because the bylaws will stand as long as the organization, we the people, for the people, exists. Because the Constitution is our bylaws. It won't change with the political mood of anything because we are the political mood. We the people, for the people, the voice of America, will be just that. Our bylaws will be the Constitution. Our charter will start off with one. The bylaws will always be and constantly remain the Constitution of the United States of America as written, wherever it is written. And that will be our bylaws. Number 2, we will be in existence for we the people, for the people. Number 3, these are the first 3 parts of our charter. Like John F. Kennedy said, ask not what your government can do for you. Ask what you can do for your government. Yet, let never the government forget that the people are not the servants of the government, but the government is the servants of its people. That is our first three in the charter. The rest will depend on you out there, the people. I ask you to send me what you think a charter for this organization will be. Because it's not just me. It's not just me setting this up. It's you all out there. It doesn't say, I, JD, for the people, will be the voice of America. No, it is not. It is we, the people, for the people, will be the voice of America. Yes, it's the beginning of a fourth party, maybe, political party. If we have to be a political party, we can be a political party. But we will never, ever become a party system. Never will any of our members be just a party person. We will want you to look and think about every single political candidate. Compare them. We may not have the best all the time, but yet we will have a good number. We the people, for the people, the voice of America, must be our slogan. The Constitution has to be our bylaws. And our charter will be based on we the people. Now the charter can change. That is like a presidential platform. But the bylaws will never change. And that is the Constitution of the United States, as it is written. And that will be our bylaws. It will change as our Congress changes the Constitution, but we will be the watchdogs, like the Supreme Court, to ensure that the Constitution remains intact. We the people, for the people, the voice of America. Think about that. If you want to be part of this organization, not just your voice, every voice, each and every one, though we may disagree among ourselves, we have a common cause. Our government. The belief that every American family has the right to earn a decent living. Every American family has the right to give their family and their children the best that they possibly can. And that every American has the right to do what he feels is best for him, his family, and his country. In that order. Unless you're like me, then it's for my family, my country, and maybe me after that. So, everybody out there, I want you to think about this and send me some information on what you think the charter should be. Any ideas? 1 line or 15, it doesn't matter. What you think the charter should be for we the people, for the people, the voice of America, because that charter will say it all. We the people, for the people, the voice of America. And remember, the Constitution is our bylaws, as written. It will be, and shall be, and always be. And remember, like John F. Kennedy said it, and he only had it half right, ask not what you can do for your country. Ask what your country can do for you. But yet, the government must realize the people are not the servants of the government, but the government is the servant of its people. Thank you. Have a nice night and day. This is JD. Remember, we the people, for the people, the voice of America. Thank you.